few more steps. Are you okay? We're doing our best right now. It's absolutely freezing. There's thunder going down in the distance and we're in a small city called Tlachichuca in the state of Puebla, about to embark on a massive challenge. Some years ago I had a period in which I struggled to find motivation. I basically couldn't be bothered to do anything. I came out of this period by setting a goal every single year. I wanted to do something every year that challenged me mentally and physically, and I wanted to do something that allowed me to grow as a person. This year that challenge is climbing Pico de Orizaba, which is the highest mountain in Mexico and the third highest mountain in North America. And we're starting right now by meeting someone that has a 4x4 and is gonna take us to the base of that mountain. Muchas gracias. A very nice bloke by the name of Carlos drove us to Orizaba's base camp. Carlos was also a mountain guide in training, and together with the help of his friend and girlfriend, he was preparing to summit the mountain the next day. How many times did he climb Orizaba?
Llegado a cumbre 10 veces, pero pues muchos intentos estando ahí.
I see.
Sí.
What's the most challenging part of climbing Orizaba?
La aclimatación, después de aclimatarse después de los 5000 metros es difícil. Bueno, algunas personas no aguantan después de los 5000 metros, entonces pues hay que hacer caminatas de aclimatación y pues ejercicios de respiración también.
Is this area in general safe? This area of Mexico, is it safe?
Muy seguro, no hay asaltos y está muy seguro, puede andar aquí caminando pues, sin ningún problema. La delincuencia todavía no está. Piedra Grande ya está allá, es el refugio rojo que se ve.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're just gonna head up a bit right now to acclimatize while we still can before we set off tomorrow morning. I can't even tell you how far away we are from any sort of civilization. Tlachichuca is 2 hours away from Puebla, which is a big city, and then we did another 2 hours on a dirt track with a 4x4 into literally the middle of nowhere. How do you feel about doing this right now?
Pretty good. I'm out of breath again. I'm nervous about the lightning because I just seen lightning over there.
I doubt it's gonna strike here though.
I mean, you cannot predict that whatsoever.
I feel like Viv has every right to be concerned now about the lightning. So we're putting a pause on the acclimatization climb because it looks like we have the storm rolling in. There's thunder going down in the distance. So hopefully within an hour that's gonna calm down and we can go back up the joys of mountaineering. It was crazy to think that just 2 days earlier we saw this mountain from 200 kilometers away. Pico de Orizaba's altitude is too high to be climbed in a 2-day trip, so we spent the last 4 days in high altitude in preparation to summit Orizaba. Check this out. This is 1 hour later, by the way. What the hell? It just snows so much. And it's gonna keep going for the next 3 hours. And I know what you're thinking. This must be bad news for them. But it's actually pretty good. Because the glacier, around this time, it's a dry glacier. So it has very hard, bare ice. And it's very hard to get up on that because you have to kick really hard into the ice with the crampons, and there's a massive chance of slipping. And with snow on top, that's gonna make it so much easier. I guess that's good night, and we'll see you tomorrow somewhere at 12 a.m. Right now it's 20 to 1. It snowed pretty much most of the night, but the most concerning thing right now is the wind. We're laying in our sleeping bags and we're hearing how bad it was, and I don't think anyone in that refuge really wanted to go outside. Viv and me are the first party out, which I'm not really too happy about, but I'd rather just get going with things. So we're 1 hour in and we're still the first team. You can see the clouds above moving so fast, and you can also hear the wind, so you can kind of guess what's happening. This is gonna be one of those ones that we're going as much as we can, but not too positive that we're gonna reach any sort of summit today. I think we're pretty much in the cloud now. We're in a place called the Labyrinth. You can guess why it's called that way.
And it's pretty terrifying, to say the least.
Smoking, my man.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench.
We're almost at 5,000 meters at the start of the glacier. We had 2 teams overtake us. Thank God for that. We're just following the path that they set out. It makes it much easier. We're at the lip of the glacier now. We're just about to rope up, put a few more layers on. It's absolutely freezing. It's probably -10 around here. And then head up. That behind me is Pico de Orizaba. It's looking promising. Oh man, we can see the summit and it doesn't look like it's that far away. I would say we're about maybe 45 minutes away from the summit. It's never ending. Likewise. Are you okay? You look how I feel. behind me is the shadow of Orizaba cast onto the plains below. I always wanted to see that. So epic. In the depth of altitude, the last part of the climb isn't about your fitness, and it's not about your skill. It's about how much you want it, and how long you're able to tolerate pain. Oh my god, finally the sun. Oh come here.
Oh my god, that was such a
So we're back in Puebla today after about 5 to 6 days up in the mountains. I wanted to go a little bit more towards the end of this video into the whole theme of challenging yourself, and that's talking a little bit about coming into Mexico. For a long time I had like a slight hesitation of coming here, and that's because of all of the things that you see in the news. And one day I spoke with Viv about it and I asked her if she felt the same way, and she said she did. And we were both like, are we exaggerating and being kind of so scared of coming here? And should we try to do a trip here and see for ourselves how it is? And I'm so happy that we did it, because Mexico exceeded all of the expectations that we had. And I can honestly say it's in my top 5 countries, favorite countries that I ever visited. The places are amazing, including the cities and including the landscape. The people were so welcoming and comforting with everything, and honestly seeing the rural part of Mexico as well, and seeing how hardworking these people are and how down to earth they are as well, it was wonderful and it was a great experience. The reason that I'm saying this is because I know that I have a lot of friends and I know a lot of people that are hesitant to come to countries like this, especially when you go a little bit further out there in the more rural areas. And I understand why. And I wouldn't say that it's 100% safe or that nothing's gonna happen to you. But if you have your wits about you a little bit, and if you're curious, you're always gonna end up being surprised when you come to a place like this. And that's exactly what we felt on this trip. I love making these last 2 videos, and I hope that you guys as well will find a trip that pushes you out of your comfort zone and makes you explore something new and a little bit out there. I'll see you on the next trip.